I don't bother nobody. I try to treat everybody the same. But every time I turn my back, they scandalize my name. Oh, master, you don't have to move your mountains. Just give.
Sanwanani Bafetsu, and welcome yet again to the Social Shape, the only channel that cares about you and how you feel. Now, today we are diving into the explosive drama surrounding media personality Somizi Mhlongo, and of course his daughter Upahumi and her mother Upalisa. Now, trust me, this one is definitely going to have you glued into the screen because it's all about the family secrets, betrayals, and the realities behind the glitz and glamour of celebrity life. So please do stick around as I do unpack and explore as to what really is going down. Now, unless you have been living under the rock, you know that Usomizi has always been a public figure with a massive following, but recently his baby mama Upalisa dropped a bombshell on a podcast with the beautiful Owami here on YouTube in a two-part interview that has been making waves. Now, Balisa shared some deeply personal and shocking truths about what it is like to being pregnant with Somizi's child and the impact of his response when he found out that she is expecting. I just got started. But Upalisa was straight up honest, saying that she's on the podcast to speak about her truth, and that if anyone else has an issue with that, they should also come and speak on their own platforms. Now, that was really some bold words, right? But then the story took a dark turn as Upalisa opened up about the pressure that she has faced, especially when Somizi allegedly told her to abort the child and how he denied his role as a father at first. She even shared some chilling words, if I could say so myself, watching the interview, and when he supposedly said that how is he going to love the child when he doesn't even love the mother? Ooh, guys, that really hit hard. Talk about gut punch. This wasn't just some juicy gossip, but this was a side of Usomizi that we never heard before and let fans alone, whom also really got shocked with this one. Now, Usomizi's reputation took a hit, and it's clear that this interview hit home for many. But there's more. We also have learned that Upalisa has been the one that has been holding it down for her daughter, Upahumi, all these years. And the reality of Somizi's lack of involvement really shocked the nation. And this was really raw and it was real, you guys, but it was also quite emotional, just watching. Yes, of course, she was telling her truth. And most importantly, out of this is that, as she said boldly, that she's basically thankful for the opportunity that she is definitely speaking her mind, basically freedom of speech, saying what she believes in and whatnot. But it's really like unbelievable, when you think of Usomizi and you would try to match what was being said. It's just like, whoa. As if that, guys, was just enough. Now, Bahumi also went to an interview here at home on YouTube and had a sit down with one of the best podcasts also here in South Africa. And she also went out to speak her truth rather. And guys, watching that interview, I could tell that Upahumi is also really just with the same spirit that her mother is in, which also shows the connection that she does have and share with her mother. Because it was very emotional, to watch these interviews, and they were very real. If I could just from watching, her speak, word for word, sentence, having to group out what she's about to say, it was very touching and quite emotional. And also, you just wanted to listen till the very end because you could tell that Ubahumi has a lot to say and a lot of interesting things that I think, as she mentioned out into this interview, that we do block her away from being herself because we always tie her around celebrity parents, the spoiled brat, the rich kid, this and that. And she even went as far as mentioning that she actually is going through therapy. So it's just a lot for the baby girl. So Somizi's daughter stepped also into the spotlight with this interview for sure with Ulungelo. And if you thought that she was going to sugarcoat anything, please think again because it all went in onto this episode. She was clearly frustrated, and honestly, you could see that she's tired of being judged based on public's perception of her life. Baomi came out swinging, basically, saying that people need to stop assuming things about her just because her dad is a well known celebrity. She made it crystal clear that just because she's Somizi's daughter doesn't mean that things were handed over to her in a silver platter. In fact, Bahumi revealed that she's been hustling just like everybody else. And of course, she's got facts to prove that with accolades, as she is a qualified actress. Something that she's incredibly proud of, that she could obtain this qualification to yet again obviously prove what she was revealing in this podcast, that she is a person beside having celebrity parents. But here's where it got even more interesting. Bahumi revealed that despite her father's fame, she's not exactly living in luxury. She made it known that she stays with her mom, Balesa, and that she's not financially secure as some people would actually label her. In fact, she said that her dad does occasionally send some money, but it's not a regular thing. This shocked a lot of people, especially going back to that Owami podcast that Upalisa did, where she did mention that Upahumi stays with her and even drives her own car, meaning that she does not even own a vehicle. So, with what she was saying, when you're seeing the facts, they do come to prove a solid one, that she is working hard to get what's hers, and there's no such a thing. So, yep, I know, especially since many assume that Somizi's wealth would make his daughter's life a breeze, it definitely came as a shocker. So, what does this all mean? Well, it's clear that Balisa and Bahumi are trying to tell their side of the story. And oh my boy, it has been an eye opener. The perception of Somizi as the ultimate family man has been shattered, and the public is left wondering what's really going on behind the scenes. It's been tough for both Balisa and Bahumi to see how people have viewed their lives. This reality is just because Somizi is a star, just also doesn't mean that he's been the best father or partner. The truth hurts, and sometimes people don't want to hear it, especially when it challenges the perfect family narrative that's been sold to each and every one of us. Now, Balisa onto the podcast did of course reveal some massive did spark rather a massive debate about the responsibilities of public figures when it comes into their children, and Bahumi's frustration shows that there is more to a story than just being Somizi's daughter. She's a woman with her own ambitions and struggles, and the public's perception of her needs to change. So whatever guys that we think of after watching that podcast, it was very clear that oh baby girl is just like each and every one of us. And the greatest thing here is that yes, she does come from fame, but she's not going to force herself into that to get to where she needs. She is working hard, as her mother said, that she is hustling to get her bag, of which is a great thing. But when you think that, your father is a very well-known person, you would think it's the other way around, but it's not for Upahumi. So let's talk about the drama surrounding the whole situation. It's obvious that Somizi is going to have to answer to some tough questions. He is a beloved figure by many, as we all know, but these interviews have cast a shadow over his persona. Fans are now questioning his character and his relationship with his daughter. How much that Upalisa and Bahumi have said could be true, because we also really don't know the actual side of the story. Remember, there's three sides. It's you, the other party, and the truth. So we really don't know as to which is which. One thing's for sure, though, is that this drama isn't going anywhere anytime soon. The public has been divided, and the people are torn between feeling sympathy for Palisa and Bahumi and still holding on to their love for Somizi, because we do love some Somizi. But in the end, the truth always comes out, and these interviews have forced Somizi to come out and speak. But his reply, of course, was definitely in the video where he sang it all out. So, guys, what do you think about this one? What do you think about these interviews? What does it say about Usomizi? But I don't know what it is, but I do love a reading as to what you think about this one. So please don't forget to like, comment, and share this video to many people as possible. And whilst you're still at it, don't forget to get your content creation guide that will definitely help you get a new 100 subscribers onto your channel. Until next time, it is the Social Shade.